Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to a very special edition of Wrestle AM AEW Dynamite review, plus a little bit of a Rampage. We got a 3-hour Dynamite Rampage combo we're going to go over. As always, we ask you in the comments, win, loss, or tie. We have special tag team partner. Why are you talking to a raccoon? Sid's Light. It's like probably the number one comment. Why is he talking to a raccoon? Why is he talking to a raccoon? Sid, you can be the first one. You're the first one in class today. Win, loss, or tie. What did you think of? Do we do it as one big show or two separate shows? What do you think
one
here?
Show.
One show.
They kept calling it 3-hour Dynamite.
All right, it's a 3-hour Dynamite with a little Rampage sprinkled in, little sprinkles. All right, go ahead. So 3 hours. Win, loss, or tie?
I say tie.
All right. I'm giving it a win.
I thought it was too long. Even with the matches being good, 3 hours is just too long. You don't book a coherent enough show for 3 hours.
I kind of agree with you. It is too long, but it's one of those things like I'm glad we didn't do a review right away because like when I stepped away from it, I was like, you know what? It was pretty good. They had this, that. They had some good things. I think like you let it stew. But there were some things that were horrible, some things that were amazing, some things that were average, and we're going to go over it now. So down in the comments, put win, loss, tie, or I love corporations and I rub my nipples. Those are the options. All right, let's break it down. We're reading the results off tpww.net. No affiliation whatsoever. I just like the way they do it. All right, they're in Toronto. Oh, Canada. All right, so here we go. We got the quick match results here. We got AEW Continental Championship. Okada defeats Kingston via Rainmaker. They got to put over the Rainmaker more. By the way,
I said it
Okada
when we were watching it. He hasn't done anything to establish himself to deserve to be called the Rainmaker with that level of excitement.
That is true. Here's the thing, though. I always mock English-speaking podcasts and English-speaking Twitter accounts for being too positive or too negative. And I always say have standards. Like, don't be loyal to a corporation, have standards. I don't know. I think the standards are so low that Okada can mail it the fuck in for the rest of his career and keep cashing checks to get Ferraris. That was a slow match. It was a slow match.
Yeah, but isn't every Eddie Kingston match a slow match?
Maybe. I mean, he can cut a promo
Eddie
on a
Kingston
cookie.
doesn't work that fast, dude.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's not exactly a cardio machine.
Yeah, so Okada does get the win. He's the Continental Championship. Japanese websites are saying that Okada didn't want to cover any New Japan titles, so he's only the Continental Championship. Tony Khan in an interview said that's going to be their number 2 title, and they want to make it really, really important. So, fuck you, international title.
Remember when I fantasy booked that this is what I would do with him?
You said you were going to have him win the Continental Championship?
Yeah, remember I said give him the international title and have him go around with it now that he's free from New Japan?
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the perfect way to
that.
have him tour and have him and elevate the belt.
Yeah, but he's not an international champ. He's Continental champ.
Yeah, but that's their version of international, isn't it?
Well, they have an international title, though. They have too many titles.
They've got the TNT title, and then they've got this one.
No, there's an international title, too.
No, there's too many
fucking titles. That's why
I'm looking. I want to not believe you.
It's a new title, dude. It's not the same title.
Fuck, you're right. Why? I thought they just changed the name or something.
No.
Why?
No.
Why do you need a continental one and an international? Why, Tony Khan? You have too many belts.
Well,
why?
If you're New Japan, WWE, or AEW, the hottest fucking storyline ever, of course, New Japan fucks it up. Here's a surprise, Ghetto. The hottest storyline right now. And if you are a wrestling promoter or booker of any size and have too many titles, because you do, every company has too many titles, fuck a belt collector. Thanos that shit. Imagine Okada just destroying fucking titles. They did it. They did it with fucking Finley's son, but then Finley's son, I actually like this one. It's like, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Too many titles. Too many fucking titles. Unless he's going to be a belt collector and then call out Kenny.
Have 5 singles belts, not counting ROH, that get defended on.
Well, I mean, at least they had the FTW title, which I don't even know if that was a title match or not a title match.
I counted that. The fact that it gets added, that he brings it every week out on TV and has defended it on AEW, I count it.
Listen. I have standards, and I complain about the same thing sometimes. But you know why? Because I have fucking standards. The FTW
This
title
is ridiculous.
match. There was a non-title match.
There's no reason to have this many.
Dude, they're advertising
6 hours of weekly TV. Why do you need this many championships?
And on top of that, Hook Chris Jericho was non-title. And on top of that, this ain't an AEW section, New Japan is promoting a pay-per-view with a non-title match.
Nice. Your favorite.
So you have 8,000 titles and they're never defended.
It's so dumb.
And then what's beautiful about this? Listen here, you fucking fruitcake that's like, oh, I fucking love one corporation and hate the other one. They all fucking do it. Across the fucking board. Maybe we'll have to have a fucking thing where we just delete belts. I'll have like a fucking picture of Thanos just deleting belts. So a non-title match, Hook defeats Chris Jericho. Now, I did not know this when it was going on, but
when it was going on, we both hated that match and thought Jericho was sandbagging him.
Yeah. They recreated Jericho Lionheart and Taz in ECW. And Jericho has aged horribly, and Taz is better than Hook. That's all that showed.
Taz is a lot stronger than Hook, more than anything.
Yeah.
It was the biggest part of it.
If you like suplex, it's a pretty good thing. The fact that they, I think someone on the Twitter machine, and you know Twitter's never wrong, someone on a Twitter machine said they did spots for spot Lionheart versus Taz. So if that's true, I find it interesting. But
that's pretty neat. But I said it whenever you mentioned it to me when we were talking about it while we were watching it, was my stance on it is this is a perfect example of why they book matches around the wrestlers. Because you can't just swap out wrestlers and expect the match to go perfect. This match version wasn't a very good match, honestly. It seemed like Jericho was sandbagging him. Jericho, and he probably wasn't. They're just both not able to pull off that same match that Taz and young Jericho could, which is reasonable.
Like, if there was genuine journalism in pro wrestling, or fuck it, let's just say general journal. If there was real journalism in the world, like, a legit question would be like, are you out of shape or are you sandbagging him? Because those are the only two options that are happening right now. You're either really out of shape, sandbagging, or both. But it's not neither. It's not neither. Hook, though, pretty good with the suplexes. And before I forget, this is from another match, but, we might as well talk about it. Taz is a fucking piece of shit. I just want it to be known, for the record, Taz, piece of shit. When they go to the international commercial, they keep going. They're usually lighthearted, talking about whatever. Taz was super professional for his son's match. And then later, when they go to the international feed for the women's match, he's a piece of shit. So, dear Taz, I love you.
Worse is
you're a piece of shit.
He's the one that's setting the tempo for him, it seems like, when they go to those breaks in those two instances, because he's the first one that starts talking, and then they follow along with how he's doing it.
Yeah.
So with Hook's match, he's staying so serious, so they stay serious for the most part. And then in the women's match, he's immediately shit talking and talking about random shit. It's he doesn't care about the match at all, and it's so obvious.
Yeah, because we were talking about it. I was like, we were talking about when we were watching the women's match. I was like, would it be better if they had a new broadcast team? But you brought up the point that no, they should just try. They should just be professional.
Yeah,
And
because
give it their
like
all.
I said, if you have a second broadcast team that comes out, it makes it feel like it's two different products and like it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
No, your commentary team needs to treat the women the same. They need to treat them with the same level of excitement and hype.
Taz, don't be a piece of shit. Perezzo and Thunder Rosa defeat Mara May and Timeless Tony Storm via roll-up. I did not see this coming. I thought for sure May and Storm would win. Rosa pin Stormed after countering Storm's zero attempt with a flash roll-up to give her team the victory. I thought this was kind of an upset. I didn't see this coming. I'm glad Thunder Rosa's back, even though I can't say Perrazzo right, even though I grew up in Jersey. But May, and I'm not a fan. I love Tony Storm. Timeless Tony Storm's a bag of assholes. So, overall, I really enjoyed this fucking match.
Yeah, it was definitely a decent match, and they were setting up what it looked like was Rosa versus Perazzo.
Yeah, so building up to that. So, should be pretty interesting. Overall, enjoyed it. Next, you have an open challenge match with no title. So we have 57 fucking titles, and a non-title match to FTR, and then we have an open challenge match for no fucking title. What? Who would accept
still
this?
say having a random guy with no title go out and do an open match just makes it seem like you just had open time, just like you don't have anything planned. That this guy can just go and do open challenges. You don't have anything going on.
And so Swerve Strickland goes out, Semper Fi, do or die. By the way, the new AEW commercial is really cool. And as you know, I'm not saying I'm Swerve Strickland, but I was Marine Corps infantry when I was 17. He was Marine Corps infantry when he was 17. I'm Swerve Strickland.
Oh, Swerve a Marine?
I think so. He said military, so I just assumed. I just assumed the real fucking military, Marine Corps infantry. Yo.
What branch of military was Swerve Strickland?
I mean, come on. Do you count Air Force and Navy and Coast Guard as military? It's like fucking.
He was in the Army.
Son of a bitch! I trusted you. Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, he was Army Reserves. Normally I shit on reservists, but I'll take this one. Yeah, normally I shit on reservists, but I'll take this one.
All right, Jesus Christ. You might as well be John Cena at that point. Holy fuck. Anyway, we love Swerve Strickland, but this was a dumb idea. He defeats the Butcher via short arm scissor, and I don't know. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't
bad. It was just...
Yeah, it was like, why the open challenge?
Was the point?
You could have just had it, Yeah, it was weird. Next, you got the TNT Championship I Quit match. Edge, a.k.a. Adam Copeland, defeated Christian Cage. No! Via I Quit, and maybe Sid will go into this.
This was a great match until everybody else got involved. And that was entirely your fault.
It is my fault. We were watching it together. We're having a good time. We're high-fiving. They have penalty boxes. They have hockey jerseys. There's a little hardcoreness going down. It's good. And I fucked up. I go, Sid. Sid goes, what? I say, dude, ain't this awesome? No one did a run-in. I didn't even finish the fucking sentence, and they had the whole fucking circus down there. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me! That's on me. The timing was fucking horrendous. And Sid was like, you motherfucker. It wasn't bad. It was like a WWE style hardcore championship match, whatever. Of course.
They did do some spots I've never seen before, though. Like the drop on the ladder, I've never seen.
Yeah,
that hurt.
They had an upside down ladder.
Any way to take that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. And the women later did a good chair thing. They had like
the women had a few that were pretty decent too.
Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't have agreed to take that bat to the nuts.
Oh yeah.
Even with a cup.
Because if something goes wrong, you got nails in your hookah-de-doos.
Yeah, like I don't care how dull they are. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, good point. Like, because here's the thing: no matter how safe you are, if it goes wrong, it's a rough day for fucking ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's a rough day forever. We're big Christian Cage fans. We wish Christian Cage won and all that. But overall, if you like WWE style hardcore, it's not. It doesn't really go to deathmatch or anything. But I thought it was pretty solid. It was a solid match. So the run-ins were ridiculous. The fucking handcuffs are ridiculous. Until I cursed this match, it was a pretty decent match.
Yeah, I'd say the first like 75% of the match was pretty good. Last 25% was kind of overbooked for me, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't for me.
Yeah. Now Edge is, aka Adam Copeland, is the TNT champion. There's reports that he's going to defend it every week and make the title means be special. Listen, there's fucking 80 titles. None of them are special. None of them.
I don't know. I would say their TNT title's been elevated pretty well. So is the international. Honestly, I don't know why they added the Continental.
Well, because it's going to be the number 2 title.
The international title.
Yeah, it would make a lot more fucking sense, to be honest. It would make a lot more sense.
What is Continental?
The TNT title's been overseas.
Does it always stay in the U.S.?
The internet.
I mean,
well, the Continental,
America?
I guess it would be Canada, Mexico, and America. That's it. Maybe Puerto Rico? I don't know.
That's dumb.
Yeah. You got the Caribbean. You got Mexico. You got America and Canada. Oh, Canada. The TNT title's been overseas. So, overall, we're bitching a lot, but I still give it a pretty good, solid win. It's not perfect, but I'm entertained. Let's go through the promos before we go to Rampage. Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale getting a confrontation at Wednesday's Dynamite show. Mercedes Moné is coming out cutting promos. I compare a little bit to The Rock, you know? But unlike The Rock, her match is going to be good. And then they tease Willow Nightingale possibly turning heel. And with that, I don't know. Just fucking...
Never turn Willow heel.
Yeah. And like, you don't need any of these people to be heel. That's just me. These characters are good on their own. So, there you go. Okada wins Continental title at Wednesday's show. We already talked about that. Will Ospreay versus Shibata and more announced for next week's Dynamite show.
That's going to be great.
Yeah. It's going to be amazing. And not only that, but Will Ospreay looks like... one of my Japanese friends said this. Will Ospreay looks like someone who grew up very poor and now is rich. I think Will Ospreay is beyond happy every 5 seconds. There you go. So, kind of looking forward to that. Takashita wants to be an AEW World Title picture, so it should be interesting. Next week, AEW, which we'll be doing a review, or Sid's Light. I don't know. What was our original bet? There was something. We'll never miss a Dynamite ever again.
You were going to shave your head if I missed one.
I don't think that's what was good. So you got Will
you were
Ospreay.
going to shave your head if we missed one.
No. Will Ospreay versus Shibata. Swerve Strickland versus Takashita. That's going to be awesome. And AEW Tag Team Championship tournament. Just the fucking tournament. Shut the fuck up. Not you, but just... I started reading it, and I just got mad at Tony Khan. The Young Bucks versus Private Party. Now, if I remember correctly, in the first tournament, didn't the Young Bucks put Private Party over?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure that happened. I've been kicked in the head a lot. So there you go. Adam Copeland wins TNT title. And that's it. Is there anything else on Dynamite before we go to Rampage you want to mention?
There was that backstage segment with the Bucks and Okada.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like, oh, very good. You used his full name, but next time speak to him in Japanese. And then they were talking in Japanese. That was pretty good.
Yeah. The funny part is someone that lives in Japan. So fucking annoying.
All he said was, can I get the soy sauce?
Listen, this is pro tip living in Japan. Never tell any fucking person that you speak Japanese. It is the biggest pro tip in the world coming from someone who doesn't speak Japanese. Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Mm,
Hey, man, you speak Japanese. Suck my balls.
yeah. Yeah.
Did my friends, if I do anything in Japanese, like, I knew you were a liar. You knew it. I was like, I know nothing. I ain't dealing with your shit. Anyway, AEW Rampage notes. Let's do this. Same site, same thing. By the way, I don't know who Matt Menard is, but I feel like less WWE guys and less Taz and JR, the more I like commentary. Like, I just feel like we don't need WWE guys in commentary, but I might be the only one.
I think Tats is an ECW guy.
Oh, not this Taz, not fat podcaster Taz,
You better be nice to Taz.
dude.
He's your whole wrestling childhood.
I wouldn't say my whole childhood. He's a big part of my childhood, but I wouldn't say my
Yeah,
whole
it was
childhood.
Taz,
I'd
and
say
Rob Van
Taz,
Dam
Muda, Flair,
and RVD.
Dusty, RVD, yeah. But Taz and RVD came when I was like a teenager.
And Sabu.
I'm gonna say something. I was more of an RVD guy than Sabu guy.
Wow, go fudge yourself.
The whole effing show. Rob Van Dam. I don't know, but I like Sabu too. Yeah. And Terry Funk was my dad. True story. No, it's not. Moving on. Quick match results. AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament Wild Card match. Best Friends defeat Don Callis' family. I thought for sure Don Callis' family was going to win this one. I was wrong. I was surprised because I kept looking at the clock how much time they gave. This felt like a lot longer than it should have been. Especially considering it was like 3 great matches later, or at least 3 giant stars later. Cassidy pinned Fletcher after hitting an orange punch, while Brett laid out Hobbs with a spear outside of him. And it's just, there's so many good powerhouse Hobbs. There's just so many. I'm trying to think. Who the fuck is the Hawaiian kid in Jeff Cobb? I don't know if he's Hawaiian.
Kid, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. No, Samoa Joe's not bad. But there's like this group of people. Cage, Hobbs. There's a group of people, just big guys that can go. And they do nothing with them. It makes no fucking sense. I thought for sure Don Callis' family was going to win, but then I was wrong. And I just, you know what? No, I wasn't wrong. Tony was wrong. What do you think about this? And are you excited about the tournament? And do you think FTR is going to win or FTR?
I didn't really care that much about it. It was okay. I figured that Orange Cassidy would win because it's Orange Cassidy, but
Yeah.
I have no interest in this version of the Best Friends tag teaming.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, we talk about this. Okada, best friends. They're also part of
I
Chaos.
am interested in the tournament, though. The tournament, I think, could be interesting.
Who you got winning? Who you got winning this thing?
I don't know.
I think it Bucks
down,
FTR,
I'd like
right?
to see the Bucks because I think the Bucks winning would be great.
Yeah, I think it would help their characters, and plus they're great wrestlers. So, not everyone likes their style, but that's why there's more than one product. There you go. Next, Shibata defeats, I believe, local wrestler. I could be wrong. I apologize. Kevin Matthews via penalty kick, PK. And
That's
it was great to see
Hulk
Shibata.
Hogan's son.
Kevin Matthews is Hulk Hogan's son?
Yep.
Fucking, you heard it here. Right from Tales from the Trash Can. Rumors from the Trash Can. It's not Hulk Hogan's son. Shibata did go a little easy on that penalty kick, though. But
see it in the news,
you know, it's great to see him be able to wrestle with all the concussions he has.
Oh, and like I said when we were watching it, if you can't get hit in the head, you better be going light up with people.
Yeah, because like in his earlier days, man, those penalty kicks were stiff as fuck. I'm like, that guy's dead.
Curious
that guy's
to see what
dead.
What Ospreay does.
Yeah. Takashita defeated Rocky Romero, spinning Falcon Arrow pinfall. Takashita also wrestled in DDT. So within 1 week or 2 weeks, I apologize, Takashita has done DDT and AEW all over the place. And he's absolutely fucking amazing. Speaking of, we were talking about this off air. You know, it's Will Ospreay's time now, but Takashita's probably the future.
Oh yeah, Takesha's going to be one of the top guys for a good while, I think, especially in Japan.
Yeah, with DDT. And not that, but he's fucking huge. Rocky made him look
Yeah, dude.
huge.
For his size, how fast he can move is crazy.
Yeah. And next, you have the street fight match. I didn't know what to expect from this, but I was super happy with it. Sky Blue and Julia Hart defeat Chris Chatlander and Willow Nightingale via Hartness Lock. There was a spot with the chair that was kind of interesting. They did a lot of tack spots. They also put tacks in the mouth. I don't know. Both hardcore matches. If I quit hardcore, don't be that guy. But both matches that had hardcore in it, I thought were pretty damn good. I enjoyed it, and it'll be interesting. So there you
Yeah,
go.
both of them had a unique spot. I think at least one I hadn't seen before. I
Yeah.
hadn't seen the reverse ladder drop on the hinges, and that looked painful. And
Mhm.
I hadn't seen the trap between the back of the chair getting kicked in the body, like ragdolled around thing,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
seems risky.
Probably both of them are, to be honest. So,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, Bullet Club makes a video. I thought it was kind of funny. Jay White doing in the garden got me. I don't know why. Um,
Yeah, that was great.
Bullet
The
Club.
fact that he really went through and from where he started went back and got the ones he had missed was what got me. It was like he really is watering all the plants.
And they talked about Sting's son, not Sting's son, Darby Allin, broken foot, and also talked about the Acclaim. Later, the Acclaim responds to Bullet Club Gold's attack and break up the Bang Bang Scissors gang. Thank God that broke up. Because here's the thing, I think the Bullet Club bounced back pretty quick. I think the Acclaim is nowhere near as hot as they were. Now, granted, injuries matter, but joining the Bullet Club just seemed silly. Just seemed absolutely fucking
Yeah,
silly.
I didn't love that they got merged, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. And the Acclaim did a pretty decent, good job at the promo. I feel like at the start of promo, I'm like, fuck these guys. All right. All right. At the end of promo, all right, these guys. But they got to combine. There's no way you have an ROH 6-man and an AEW 6-man. Just combine that shit.
I stand firm that they should have tag in one of the companies and trios in the other one,
That's
and
not a bad idea.
just that way it works better. You can have the actual championship matches can go on either pay per view. It doesn't matter. You can have the belts defended on either show if you want, but just have one set of trios and one set of tag belts.
Yeah. Let me just see. Scrolling down. And I think that's it. There was first off, shit, I apologize. What's Moxley's wife? Renee.
Yes, Renee Zellweger.
Alright. Renee Zellweger. I thought they're doing great stuff with her. Her making it just feel like real sport. But the Willow Nightingale promo backstage, Willow Nightingale didn't do bad, and the ladies didn't do bad, but it just felt too 80s cartoony. You had the manager like, "Rrr." I was like, fuck me. So overall, I'm giving it a win. Nowhere near a perfect. Sid is giving it a tie. He says it's a little too long. And anything you want to add, brother?
No, it was a little too long and it didn't feel like the promos really were that great.
Yeah. And the thing is too, like, it wasn't bad, but like there could have been stuff they got rid of. And Chris Jericho, I love who Chris Jericho was. I think he should have retired when his career versus whatever against MJF. I'll beat that dead horse till the horse comes back alive. I don't know. I mean, you take out Jericho.
You take out that
There's
match and it borders on a win. It becomes a strong tie for me.
yeah. That was probably the roughest one.
That match was rough for me.
I mean, Rampage wasn't too bad. I just thought they gave the tag team way too much time. Like I would rather have seen Takashita get more of that time.
I would have rather seen the women's tag team match, the hardcore one, get more time, or the Takeshita match get more time.
Yeah. And the open challenge, I mean, in ring wise, it wasn't bad. It's just dumb story.
It was just why. It was pointless.
Like if you just said Swerve Strickland versus the Butcher, I think it would have been a million times better.
Yeah.
So And Swerve Strickland not joining the Marine Corps. He's an Army dog, just
Strickland.
like you, Raccoon.
Yep.
All right.
My guy.
We will never miss an AEW Dynamite ever again.
Or Koco shaves his head.
I can't, dude. I got scars. Like, I'm starting to get a big
Yeah,
forehead, but
that doesn't matter.
I got like scars up here.
It doesn't
It's my
matter that
biggest
you
fear.
agreed to do it.
No,
Yeah.
not
Deal's
not
a deal.
happening. You got it. You got to shave your eyebrows.
Deal's the deal. I will.
Ah, I'm good.
I'll do it right now.
So, regular podcast coming soon.
gone.
And also, we're going to do tons of different videos. I want to do as many videos as I can. And you can help us by like, comment, subscribe. YouTube likes it. YouTube's like, yeah, these guys are cool. Look at this. Andy Paps and Terminator 764321 John Cena like the video. So we have to give it to everyone. You think that's someone's screen name?
No.
No. All right, we tried our best. So like, comment, subscribe. Sid's Light is always streaming on the Twitch machine. I'm returning next month. And he's Sid's Light on everything. I'm KocoSports on everything. And yeah, super pumped up and excited. I don't think there's anything else. You want to add anything?
Nope. You can find our shorts on TikTok or YouTube.
With that, I am over. Hey,